Scroll 2. My circumstances reflect my thoughts. Not occasionally, not partially, completely. The outer conditions of my life mirror my inner world. Every situation I encounter, every relationship I navigate, every challenge I face grows from seeds I planted in my mind. I am the master gardener of my consciousness. My mind is a garden and I choose what grows there. When I plant thoughts of possibility, gratitude, and courage, I harvest opportunities and strength. When I plant thoughts of limitation and fear, I harvest obstacles and weakness. When I allow weeds of doubt to take root, they spread quickly, choking out everything else. I refuse to be a careless gardener. I refuse to scatter seeds randomly, then wonder why my harvest disappoints me. From this day forward, I tend my mental garden with deliberate intention. My circumstances reflect my thoughts. I'm not where I am by accident. I am here by the law of my being. The thoughts I built into my character brought me to this exact moment. There is no randomness in my life, no cosmic dice roll that decided my fate. Every condition I currently experience is the result of a law that cannot err, a law as reliable as gravity, as predictable as sunrise. When I feel out of harmony with my surroundings, stuck in a job I hate, surrounded by people who drain me, living in circumstances that frustrate me, I don't blame the world, I examine my thoughts. When I feel aligned and at peace, I recognize the mental patterns that created this harmony. I am where I am so I may learn, so I may grow. And as I learn the lesson contained in my current circumstances, those circumstances shift, making room for new experiences that match my evolved thinking. I understand now I am not a victim of outside conditions. I am a creative power. I command the hidden soil of my being, the invisible realm where circumstances take root and grow. When I realize this, I become the rightful master of myself. My circumstances reflect my thoughts. I have watched this truth unfold in my own life with mathematical precision. When I altered my mental condition, my circumstances changed in exact proportion. When I stopped thinking like a victim and started thinking like a creator, my relationships transformed overnight. When I released thoughts of scarcity and embraced thoughts of abundance, money flowed more freely than I thought possible. When I abandoned thoughts of resentment and chose thoughts of forgiveness, my health improved in ways that surprised my doctor. This is not magic. This is law, mechanical, predictable, absolute. The soul attracts what it secretly harbors, what it loves, and also what it fears. I reach the height of my cherished aspirations. I fall to the level of my unchastened desires. My circumstances are the means by which I receive my own mental harvest, the fruit of seeds I planted long ago. Every thought I sow, every belief I allow to take root, produces its own crop, blossoms into action, bears fruit as opportunity or consequence. Good thoughts bear good fruit. Destructive thoughts bear bitter fruit. The outer world shapes itself to match the inner world, and both pleasant and unpleasant conditions work together for my ultimate growth, teaching me through pleasure and pain what seeds produce what harvests. My circumstances reflect my thoughts. I do not arrive at poverty by fate. I arrive there by thoughts of lack. I do not fall into addiction by external force. The addictive thought was fostered in secret. I do not rise to success by luck. I rise because I cultivated thoughts of discipline and persistence until they became my nature. Circumstance does not make me, it reveals me to myself. When I face a difficult situation, I see the reflection of my mental state. When I encounter opportunity, I receive what my thoughts attracted. I do not attract what I want, I attract what I am. My wishes are answered only when they align with my thoughts and actions. If I pray for peace while harboring conflict, I remain at war. If I wish for wealth while thinking poverty, I stay broke. My circumstances reflect my thoughts. Fighting my circumstances while nourishing their cause is futile, like cursing weeds while watering them. If I want different results, I must plant different seeds. This requires brutal honesty. I must examine the thoughts I've been protecting, the beliefs I've been defending without question. Some are conscious vices, others are unconscious weaknesses. But they block my progress until I face them, name them, and replace them with something better. I am ready for this work. I am willing to improve myself, not just my circumstances. When I refuse to change internally, I remain bound externally. My circumstances reflect my thoughts. Suffering is feedback, not punishment. When I suffer, I am out of harmony with the law of my being. Suffering purifies, burns away the useless, shows me where my thinking went wrong. When I become pure in thought, suffering ceases. I measure my state not by my bank balance, but by my inner peace. Blessedness is the measure of right thought. Wretchedness is the measure of wrong thought. When I cease to complain, when I stop blaming others, I find the hidden justice regulating my life. I adapt my mind to this principle and build myself up in noble thoughts. I stop fighting circumstances and start using them as tools for growth. My circumstances reflect my thoughts. The universe operates by law, not chaos. Justice governs life. This being true, I need only right myself to find the universe is right. As I align my thoughts with truth, everything around me shifts. I have seen this. When I radically altered my thoughts, my conditions transformed. Thoughts crystallize into habits. Habits solidify into circumstances. When I thought with fear, I created failure. When I thought with courage, I created success. I choose my thoughts carefully, knowing they architect my future. I cannot choose my circumstances directly, but I can choose my thoughts, and through them, I shape my circumstances. The world is my mirror. Every moment presents me with the reflection of my ever-moving thoughts, an exquisitely adjusted picture of my inner world projected outward. When I change what's inside, the reflection changes too. My circumstances reflect my thoughts. My circumstances reflect my thoughts. My circumstances reflect my thoughts.